Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Ali Iftikhar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this week's news, we're talking about Yukon. The Yukon has made some changes, and in this video, we're going to talk about all those changes and how these changes might affect you if you're planning to move to the territory of Yukon. Okay, so starting March 31st, 2025. Yukon's nominee program, shortly known as YNP, has made some changes. Now it requires you to submit an EOI, your employer to submit an EOI if your employer wants to nominate you for the PNP of Yukon, for the YNP. Previously, they were allowed to directly apply to YNP. It was like the first come, first service, but now reason for this change is that the federal government has reduced all the provinces quota, and similarly Yukon's quota also got reduced by 50%. Because of that reason, now they introduced this EOI system, expression of interest system, where the employer has to submit an expression of interest showcasing you that how this candidate is the best candidate. Now this will make Yukon's nomination more difficult, but thing is that if your employer is able to submit the right expression of interest which showcases your abilities as a good employee, then your chances are very high for this selection. Secondly, there are 3-4 factors that Yukon will be considering. One of those factors is that you need to be living and working in Yukon. So if you are for a year, so if you are living in Yukon, studying in Yukon, and you're a university graduate, then that gives you a priority as well. And if you're a French speaker, then you get priority as well. So if an employer is submitting an expression of interest where the candidate has these three things, then the chances are very high of selection. Now the last thing that will give you an edge is it's a temporary measure letter, right? So if you get that letter, your chances are increased. Now keep it in your mind that Yukon is the smallest territory province of Canada in terms of population. They are right beside Prince Edward Island in terms of the smallity of the area of the population, but Yukon is very big in terms of area. But their immigration program is not a very big thing. There are only a few nominations allotted for this year for Yukon's immigration program. But if you are in Yukon or if you have studied from Yukon, then this new expression of interest system might be of help to you, and you need to guide your employer that these three factors, if they can factor it in the expression of interest, they can showcase that you have studied from University of Yukon, you have been living in Yukon for a year. Then these things will add up, and the chances are that your employer is going to get the invitation, and after that they will submit the application, and that could result in your PNP nomination from Yukon. So with these words, this is Ali Iftikhar, and I'm hoping great things are coming your way.